share your reality without attacking theirs. So this is the part where you're sharing your perspective without negating theirs. I get this question a lot. What can I do if I disagree with their interpretation? This is the biggest thing. Like, well, I don't want to be defensive, but I don't agree. So you can explain your experience without being defensive. First of all, it's a matter of timing. You have to acknowledge first, and then you can share your perspective. But if you just lead with validation and start with like, I can see how that landed. Thank you for telling me that. This is huge too. That's very disarming. I'm really glad you shared that with me so I can be more aware going forward. Then you can say, here's what was coming up for me. Here's where I was coming from. Or can I share my perspective on that? Or that's not how I experienced it. I have a different interpretation. That should be okay in a healthy relationship. Sharing your perspective does not take away from what they've said. It's only when you do it right away, when you like haven't first sat with what they've brought you before you do that. That's the thing you have to keep in mind, because that's the common mistake that people make is like, I'm trying to repair it, but you went into explaining yourself too soon. And then the final thing that you can do is to consciously remember that they are your ally. This person is on my side. This person, my spouse, is bringing this up to me to clear the block to connection that they feel because they want to be closer to me. Defensiveness comes from feeling like you're being put down or insulted. But if you hear what they're saying, not as an attack, but through the lens of like, this person's on my team, how would you hear it differently? So think about it. Think about an example right now of a time where you got defensive, where you got feedback and you felt like, you know what? They're criticizing me and I don't appreciate that, right? They're misunderstanding me. They're overlooking all the other things that I do right. If you change your filter and you look at it as this is my spouse who loves me, who wants to be closer to me, and they're bringing this up because they want help clearing out the block to connection, because they want more closeness with me. And you look at it as a compliment, as a bid for connection. How does that change how you would hear that? Can you hear the positive intent in what they say? Can you hear the efforts that they're making to communicate with you in a way where they're not criticizing, especially if it's something that they're really working on? They're working on sharing their feelings without criticism. Can you really hear that? Can you screen out projections of attack or criticism and hear it as a share about them? What are they saying about them? What are they sharing about their meaning making, about their needs, about their requests? That's all I need to find out, right? And can you hear what they're saying as a bid for connection?